Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we are at the Tesla Delivery Center in Fort Worth, Texas, looking for some more Austin-built Model Ys to check out the build quality. All right, guys, just walked the lot and I actually found 8 separate Model Ys from Austin. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take a look at these. We'll walk around just for the build quality. Not to get too close because, of course, we want to be respectful because these are other people's cars. But just looking at the alignments of the vehicles and also just the overall fit quality on the outside. So you can see these ones are pretty dirty. So these ones probably just got off of the truck today. And it's probably going to enter in a 3 to 5 day inspection cycle where they're going to look at the vehicles, make the adjustments, and do that 72-point inspection. And guys, you can see this big pallet's probably where the actual tires and rims, the ones that didn't come like off of the truck with them on, any hardware like that would be shipped separately, and then the delivery center would attach them. All right, first up is going to be this metallic gray, so similar to the one that I have. So real quickly, we will look at the VIN number. You can see the NA signifies Austin, and if it's NF, it would signify that it was from Fremont. So looking at the numbers, are getting a little bit higher. So this is 2,512. Again, mine's the first 1,700, so it's good to see that they are building more and more of these. So yeah, let's take a look at the build quality. So first things first, we're going to look at the trunk. I mean the hood, and it's looking good. Pieces looking good. Let's take a look at the side. All right, side's looking good. We're going to look at the alignment and the gaps, top to bottom. You can see it's a little. It's if you're being very meticulous, you can see that it's a little bit wider here and it gets a little bit more narrow there, but it's nothing major. Looks good there. Again, this gap here is looking good, so that's what we want to see. Then we're going to look at the trim piece here, and you can see that the trim piece all along is nice and even, and it's aligned, right? So that's like the quality. And you can see it's a little bit off there, but for the most part, it's good. And then you guys can look at this window piece here. And you can see it does look to be a little off, but I'm sure, again, they haven't done their 72-point inspection because you can see this is brand new, so that they will do that. You can see this one does have the upgraded wheels. I just have the Gemini wheels on mine. So again, these little small things like that, they'll clean those up. All right, and then it's looking good on the back. Yeah, so this one, the first one is looking real good. A couple small things, but they'll easily fix those. Okay, next up we have a black one. So it's good that there's more colors. Initially it was just a lot of the blues and the grays, but you do have some black ones coming out of Austin. So this one, again, hood is looking really good. Everything is looking really good from the front. Again, upgraded wheels, but for the most part all the panels are looking really good and aligned, which is what you want to see. So again, Giga Austin is putting out pretty good quality from everything that I've seen. So it's kind of counter to what a lot of the stuff that you see from other plants, especially Fremont. So again, this one, again, you look for that NA, which lets you know that it's Austin. So yeah, it's looking good. Again, you have the upgraded wheels there. Panel gaps looking good, and maybe that's just a common thing where it's a little bit wider, but it evens out. But you can see all the small details and the alignments there. It's what you want to see. Gaps here are looking good, which is exactly what you want to see. It looks to be, you guys can determine that run, right? It looks to be just a little, maybe a little off, but I think it's pretty close. And again, they're going to do the 72-point inspection, and they'll fix any of that small stuff. This one might be a little off, but it's looking real good. Okay, coming a look on the passenger side. Again, things are looking really good. And the main things, of course, is you want to verify that, one, the gaps are even all the way down, and not the gaps aren't too big. That's a big thing. You don't want the gaps to be too large, but these gaps look, really within tolerance. They look good. The trim from here to here is looking exactly good. I mean, you could a bit there, but for the most part, I think it's where it needs to be. So yeah, it's looking good. Again, these cars are super dirty, but again, these cars will look like new money once they come out. So again, that is the second one that we're gonna take a look at from Austin. Let's go ahead and take a look at the third one. All right, guys, this is number 3 coming out of Austin. Again, the hood, it's looking exactly the way you want it to look. So again, very high quality that they're doing. I've yet to see any Model Y from Austin to have some of those obvious issues that some of the Fremont ones have had in the past. I think it's pretty much resolved. I think most of the Fremont ones on the exterior have been pretty good. There's just maybe some interior things that need to be fixed, but for the most part, the exteriors have been pretty good. But you can see just from the front and the gaps, everything's looking good. I mean, yeah, this front hood gap it's definitely good. Again, we'll take a quickly look at this VIN right here. Again, guys, always look for that NA, which lets you know it's Austin versus the NF from Fremont. But yeah, it's looking good. Quickly, we'll look at the gaps here. These gaps, again, very, similar to what you want to look for. And yeah, looks good. Then we'll come to the back. The back is looking really good. So again, just the build quality of these, in my opinion, and I'm a pretty picky person with my stuff, and I had the experience of a 2019 Model 3 that had some issues, but these 2022 Giga Texas ones are looking solid. So again, everything back here is looking good. Really no complaints. Yeah, and these metallic gray, the paint color, it's kind of funny because they look a little different depending on where the sun's at. So when the sun's like bright, it's more of a bluish kind of gray, but when it's dark, it's more of a dark gray. I did forget to mention, so the build date on this one is June. So that's interesting. So my build date was April and I was in the 1700s. This is a June one and it's only in the 2500s. So you can see, the rate for May wasn't that high. So yeah, so that one was a June one. Let's see what this one was. This one is, again, June 1st, and today's the June 21st. So you can kind of see from build to being delivered to Fort Worth, it's been 20 days, and they're going to go through that whole inspection process. Let's take a look at the fourth one. Again, the hood's looking good. Actually, it looks like there might, if you guys can see that, this one might need to be adjusted because it looks like it's a little lower than the trim piece here, if you guys can see that. So yeah, that would definitely need to be adjusted, and that's a small adjustment with the hood, but you can kind of get it from a couple different angles so you guys can see. So yeah, I mean, they're not perfect, but again, this is small stuff that the service center will fix. They'll probably fix it before the customer even gets here. Again, this is another June one. So we'll note the hood needs to be kind of raised up a little bit to be aligned. The gaps here are looking, the same like all the other ones. Trim piece is looking good. So sequenced. This gap here is looking solid. So this piece between the frame and where the hood, it appears that it might be a little raised more than it should be, but I'm sure again that's a small adjustment, but I will note that so you guys can see that. It looks like it's a little off. It needs a small adjustment. Okay, coming to the back, everything's looking good, and you can almost, like, yeah, if you look right here, you can almost see that it's a little a little off, but that's a very, very small adjustment. And again, it's looking overall pretty good. And from the back, the hood's looking straight and aligned from the back. So it's really just, I mean, the trunk is looking good. So it's really just the hood and that other piece on the other side that needs to be kind of tweaked. But yeah, it's looking good. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at number 5. So actually, this 5th one's actually a Fremont build. So you can kind of see, I'll point it out so you guys understand. Again, that NF means Fremont versus the NA means Austin. So yeah, let's take a look at what else we have. So we got an X. Let's see what we got here. Okay, another Austin NA. This one is built June 7th, so a little bit later. And you can see, so we're already in the, so it's pretty cool. So we're in the 3000s. So again, mine was in the first 1700s. Now we're in the 3000s. So these vehicles are 1300 after my build. You can kind of see what the progression is. So yeah, we'll look at that real quick. So let's take a look and we'll see kind of how the progress is. So this blue color looks really good. Yeah, I mean, this blue looks a lot better than I thought it would look. And there's a lot less of them on the road. So we can kind of see. So the hood is looking good. And it's aligned. It's a lot better with the even than the other one that we looked at that was needed to be adjusted. So again, the hood, it's looking good. Let's look at these gaps on this side. Pretty even. So it's looking really good. Good quality. Trim pieces are looking really good. This one might be a little off, but I think it's within tolerance for the most part. But if you were getting really picky, you might want this piece to come down just a little bit. Back gap here, even in what you want to see. Trim pieces all the way across are looking good. This piece is flush and aligned, unlike the other one that needed to be adjusted. Yeah, so this blue one's looking good so far. And then we'll take a look at the back. The back is looking, yeah, everything. I'm looking at, what I do is I'm looking at both sides. You can see the alignment. Yeah, it's looking good. And then this side, I don't know, guys. This might need a little adjustment, but it's looking for the most part, it's looking good. It just depends on how picky you want to be. So this is number 5 that we've seen. Again, 4 of the 5 are looking pristine, and that one had some very minor things. But again, they're going to catch that stuff and fix it before you even get to it. All right, and this is the 6th one that we've seen from Austin. So number 6 is in black. So real quickly, we'll just start by looking at the VIN, and you can see it is an NA 2890. So you can kind of see that this one, if that June 7th was 3,000 and this one is 2,800, this one was probably somewhere in between the first week of June that this one was built. So let's quickly take a look at the hood alignment. And again, the hood alignment's looking, you know, exactly what you want to see there. So no adjustments on the front hood. All these pieces are looking good and straight. So that's what you want to see. Let's take a look here. Yeah, no, it's exactly what you want to see. So good there. This looking good. Let's look at the trim pieces here. Are looking aligned, so no issues here. We're looking for that just even alignment there. We're looking for this transition to be even and not have like a step off. That's when they're misaligned. You can see it's pretty good. They might do a little adjustments here, but for the most part, it's looking good there. You can kind of see the panels are looking spot on what you want to see. And then we'll go to the back. And again, yeah, it's exactly even on both sides of what you want to see. All the lights are, you know, installed just how you want to see them. Okay, so Here, it looks like it's a little off, and I'll probably make that adjustment with the door. Very small, but I will note that one there. And then this trim piece looks like it might be just a tad bit off, but everything else is looking good there. Seems looking good there. It's looking just like you want it. Yeah, so this is number 6. Number 6 is looking really good too. So again, so that means that 5 of the 6 are really good, and that 1 had just some minor issues. But again, in black, it's looking really good. Very good quality paint, and just imagine whenever they get it, you know, cleaned off. All right, guys, this is number 7. So again, pretty impressive, because last time I think we saw 2 or 3. Today we have 7, so you can see they are ramping up, and you can see what the numbers are getting to. So we're in the 3000s. So again, this one's a 2400 Austin, and again, you focus on the NA. This one was built in 526. This one's actually a little bit older than the ones on the other side. So I wonder if someone delayed delivery or what happened with that. So again, we'll look at the VIN. Let's take a look at that. Then we'll take a step back, and then we'll look at the hood, and we'll look at the alignment. And again, the hood looks aligned on both sides, so it's not like off-centered, which is sometimes what you would see with some of the older models. So it looks aligned, and also the gaps look even. So it's what you want to see. Coming to this side, everything is looking good there. Seams here are looking good, is what you want to see. Seams here looking good. Trim pieces here are even, so it's good. Back piece is aligned just like you want to see it. It depends again how picky you want to be here. If it's a little off, I'd say actually it's on point. Take a step back here, you can see the back trim pieces are looking good. Headlights are looking good. The trunk is aligned. The glass is all aligned. The rear lights are aligned. It's exactly what you want to see. So this one's really good. So I mean, I give this one an A+. Yeah, hood looks good. I'll get some more angles so you guys can see some of the classic things that you normally see, but it looks good. Trim pieces again aligned. So I mean, really good job out of Austin. Again, these ones looks like these ones haven't even been touched by the service center yet. So again, once the service center does their 72-point inspection, it's going to be, you know, pristine. So yeah, so this is number 7. So definitely really good. All right, and now we have a bonus one, number 8. So this is a lot. So we'll look at the VIN. So you can see the VIN is all the way up to 3355. So really impressive that they're cranking these out. So, and the white color looks good. This is one of the first white ones. Again, haven't seen a lot of white ones coming out. So again, starting from the front, the hood looks aligned, which is exactly what you want to see. Panels are looking good. Let's take a look at the gaps. Exactly what you want to see there. And so I guess when they do the inspection, they have this code. So like, I don't know what gated means, and I don't know what like ship means, but that's some of their language that they use at the service center when they're doing their inspection. So this gap on this side looks good. This piece, it looks like it might be a little off. It just, again, depends on how picky you are. I'll get it from some different angles. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good, but it might be a little off there. This is looking good here. The back, it's looking good. Yeah. Gaps are looking good. Alignment's looking good. So that's interesting that the window is cracked down. That's super weird that they would allow that to happen. I don't know why that's down, but strange. So that might be an issue with that they have to fix on that one. There's even a sticker on the seat, which is the first time I've seen that sticker on the seat. So that's interesting. Maybe it's just the seat itself. But yeah, overall, this one's looking pretty good, but I don't know why that window's down, and I wouldn't be a big fan of the window being down outside in the elements. So don't know what's going on with that, but we will denote that one. This was the 8th one. And guys, these are 2 Fremont ones, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but you guys can just kind of look and see, again, the difference. The NF is for Fremont versus the NA means Austin. You know, I think the Fremont ones are excellent. I have never really seen any big issues with the Fremont ones. But yeah, well guys, hopefully you like that. Again, this is just a quick review. Pretty cool that we were able to see a total of 8 brand new 4680 Model Ys from Austin, Texas. It's pretty awesome to see where we're at and to see where the VIN numbers are getting to and the numbers. So they're making progress. Again, ramp up takes time, but it's better to take your time and to deliver a quality product than to rush it. So, and I think that's what Tesla's, what they're doing. Again, these Model Ys from Austin are, for the most part, looking great. And again, once the service center gets a hold of these and does their inspections and adjustments, these cars will be close to perfect. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and sub to the channel, guys. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.